I'm trying Polygel for the first time. I'm using Modelones products for this video. It is not sponsored. This is the solid nail glue gel. Here's the ingredients for anyone that wants to pause that and read that. I got the Hema-free Polygel. This is the color 0003. I also got clear and the slip solution. And my assortment of gems, glitter, and bling. I don't use everything, but I like to have a variety. It's nice to have choices. You never know what you're going to want to use. I start off by prepping my nails, so the first thing I do is clip away my free edge. I personally prefer a very short free edge. I don't like for it to show under my gel tips. Then I take my 100-180 file and just fix up those edges. I clean away any dust with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a nail brush. Next, I'm going to push back my cuticles. And this is done very gently, not a lot of pressure. You can easily damage your nail plate if you push too hard, so you definitely don't want to do that. And I'm going to be trying this Melody Susie cuticle clean bit today. It's super tiny. Look at it, it's so cute. And it's made for cuticles and it does not damage your nail plates, so it's really easy to use. I have my drill set to 1. I didn't set it any higher than that. I felt like 1 was good, so I just have it on forward mode right now, and I'm just going along and whipping this around my cuticles, and it works really, really well. I really enjoyed using it. Now I'm just going to clip my cuticles, and if you decide to do this, you should try to be very, very careful. You don't want to cut yourself, and you can do that easily, so be careful. I wanted to show you how I use my non-dominant hand with the drill. It's still the same. You just have to make sure that you have an anchor point somewhere and be extra, extra careful, especially if you're not used to using your non-dominant hand. Now I'm going in with a fine grit ball bit, and I have my drill set to 1, and I'm just taking this around any dry skin or hangnails. Next, I take my file pusher, and this is 180 grit, and I just take that around my cuticles, and I scuff up my nail plate as well. These are the tips I'm using. They are from Shein. They are pre-etched long stiletto. Now it's time to get my nails ready for the tips, so I am just going in with the Modelones dehydrator and applying that to all of my nails. And then I go in with the Modelones primer. And I kind of scrub this into my nail plate instead of brushing it on. I feel like it creates a better adhesion. Once the primer dries, I go in with the base coat, and I do a thin layer of that, and I let it cure for 60 seconds. Once the base coat is cured, it's time to add the tips. So I take the 4-in-1 nail glue, it's Modelones, And I add some of that into the inside of the tip. And I press it lightly onto my nail just to make sure that there's no air bubbles. I'll let you watch one more. And after I have all of the tips on, I do a full cure for 60 seconds after they have been flash cured. Here are the tips, all on and ready to file. I just take the 180 side of my file and use it to file around the edges and the tip. Then I go in with my buffer. I go in with the 100 grit side and I just remove the shine from the tips. This is totally optional, but I go in with a skinny cone bit and my drill is set to 1, and I just use it to remove any excess gel from underneath the tip. Again, you don't have to do this. This is just what I like to do. Next, I take a sanding band, and this is the skinny mandrel bit from Melody Susie. The grit is 180, and I just take this around the cuticle to make sure that everything is flush. And I also use it to remove any excess gel that may have squeezed out on the sides. After I use my e-file, I go in with the 100 grit side of my hand file just to make sure that I have everything filed as smooth as possible. Before I go in with the Polygel, I take the Modelones base coat and apply a thin layer and cure it for 60 seconds. Now it's time for the Polygel. This was my first time using Polygel, and it was actually really easy to work with. It wasn't sticky, it wasn't runny, it was like the perfect consistency, and I had a really fun time using it. I have a little bit of experience sculpting. I used to do acrylic. I don't anymore. I can't stand the smell of the monomer. It physically makes my lungs hurt. I just can't do it anymore. So this is going to be really, really great moving forward because I do like working with the Polygel. So this is going to be a game changer for me. Normally I've just been doing normal Gel X extensions with painting and simple gems and bling, but now I can encapsulate, and that is super fun. You get to see that in a minute here, but it was the first time I had encapsulated in a really, really, really long time, so really exciting. After I was happy with how the nail bed looked, I cured it for 60 seconds and wiped off the tacky layer. For the pointer and the ring finger, I did encapsulate the tip. So what I did was add a layer of base coat, and then I applied my glitters. I used purple stars, orange stars, silver stars, and an orange chunky glitter. And after I had everything placed how I liked it, I cured it for 60 seconds. Here's how it was looking, and it was time to finally encapsulate. Yay! So how are you doing? How's life? I hope everything is good for you. What are you up to? Are you working? Doing nothing? Am I on in the background? Hope you're having a good day, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is for you. Do you prefer talking, like having a conversation, or do you prefer to just have the music on and watch? I don't know. Let me know, because I can do either. I don't mind talking and chatting. I mean, for me, I'm staring at my own video and essentially talking to myself, but I guess not really, because I'm talking to you. Here's how it was looking. It was lumpy and bumpy, but I cured it for 60 seconds. And for the middle pinky and thumb, I just cover the whole nail with the nude color. And I don't know why it looks yellowy orange on camera. It definitely does not look like that in real life. It looks closer to the sticker that is on the tube. It's more of a peachy color. I have no idea why it looks orangey yellow on camera. I tried different lighting. I tried to zoom in, zoom out, and change the focus, and it just would not pick up the color correctly, so it definitely does not look like this orangey yellow color. Not a bad color, but the actual color is a little bit more of a peachy nude color. After all the polygel is applied and cured, I went in with my coarse safety bit and I set my drill to 20 and I just file away because these were a mess. They were a mess and they were messy. I did not expect this much dust from these. They were really easy to file. I definitely fixed a lot of the imperfections with the filing. But wow, was it messy. I mean, the dust got everywhere. I definitely need a better dust collector because, I mean, it helped, but it didn't help a lot. So I need a new one for sure. Look at all the dust. It was so much dust. I did clean it, so don't worry. But gosh, it was a lot of dust. Now I'm taking a sanding band and I have my drill set to 12. And I'm just going around and smoothing everything. I lied, my drill's set to 21. Okay, cool. So I set my drill to 21. And I make sure that everything is smooth, especially around the cuticle. And I think this is a 180 grit band. Next, I take my hand file just to have a little bit more control over the spaces that needed to be smoothed and filed. I felt a little bit more comfortable taking this around my cuticle compared to the drill. And that's okay. If you're not comfortable with doing something, don't do it. Here they are, all filed and shaped, and they are not perfect, but that's okay. Now it's time for the bling. So, I went in with the base coat on my middle finger, and I cured it for 60 seconds, and then I take the solid nail glue gel and I just start placing my charms and gems and all of the glitters and bits and baubles. I didn't really have a plan on placement. I just kind of picked whatever charms and gems I thought I would want, and I kind of just went with it. I don't really like to plan out my designs or my nails. I really like to do freestyle. It's just, I think I do them better when I don't have a plan. Because then if something goes wrong, I don't get as frustrated that it's not working out. And these gems and charms are all from different places. Some of them are from Shein. Some of them are ones that I've had for years. I've been doing my nails for a long time. I started doing acrylic at 14. I painted my nails, of course, way before that, but fake nails and extensions and all that I started doing at 14. So I've collected some glitter and a couple gems and stickers over the years. But I do have some newer stuff. It's always nice to get new stuff. I'm a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to gems and glitter. I really like glitter and gems. Anybody else that way? Probably. It's just so fun. I mean, it's so colorful. I like to just have colorful things. And I use it eventually. You know, that's what I tell myself. Like, I'm gonna use it eventually, so it's okay. So what about you? Do you like doing nails, or do you just like watching nails? I think most people that watch nail videos obviously like to do them, but I know there's some people that just like to watch it. How long have you been doing nails? What kind of nails do you do? What kind of nails do you like? What's your favorite shape, length? My favorite shape is definitely stiletto or almond, and the length that I have on in this video is probably my favorite length to have. I don't like anything really longer than that. I do a lot of typing for my work, so anything longer is just a little bit more uncomfortable. All of these gems and glitters are so colorful, it looks like candy. It's making me hungry. I could really go for some good candy. A good ice cream. Or slushie. I think anything right now. Anything sounds good right now. Sometimes you just want something and you don't know what you want, but everything sounds good, but not good at the same time. Does that make sense? Sometimes you just don't know what you want, and then you eat everything to try to find out what you want, but everything you eat is not what you want. Anybody else? Just me? I'm sure there's a lot of other people like that. If there's too much talking in this video, just let me know. I didn't want to just leave it blank with music running, but I also don't want to talk too much. So just let me know. More talking, less talking, more talking about the nails, more casual talk. My workspace got so messy at this point. You can see down in the corner, there was just things everywhere. I tried to stay as organized as I could, but sometimes it's just so crazy and you have things everywhere. That's okay though, because it's fun. As long as you're having fun, as long as it's relaxing for you, that's all that matters. You can always clean it up the next day, right? So at this point, I thought that this was going to be all I was going to do for the middle finger, so I just added this orange and purple, like, flaky glitter kind of tinsel. That's the word, tinsel. But later on you'll see I ended up adding some more charms because it didn't look complete to me. But it's still cute. It still worked out because I have the glitter underneath and you can still kind of see it. But yeah, I ended up adding some more stuff because it just didn't look complete to me. And yeah, I did take this little tiny detailer and I took some top coat and just kind of went around the little spaces and edges to make sure that there weren't any gaps. Here's how it was looking at that point. And for the pointer and ring, I just did a cuticle cuff. So I just used the McCart rhinestone glue and just added some of that around my cuticle. And I just took some black gems and a couple caviar beads and made a cute little cuff. The McCart rhinestone glue is really, really good. It is definitely strong, but it's really runny, so it's better to just place one thing at a time, I think, and then kind of flash cure in between, because it will move. I don't know if it's just me, but it's just a little too runny to do multiple gems at once, and I should have just done it one by one, but it's okay. Here's where I decided it was just looking a little too incomplete for me. So I added some more of the Modelones solid glue, and I added this little pumpkin and some more gems. I think I added some more caviar beads and just a bunch of different things, and it definitely made it look a lot better, I think. It looks complete. It looks finished. I just wasn't happy with it until I added the rest of this. It just didn't look right to me, but it's so cute. And the little pumpkin is so cute. I did get the little pumpkin and the moon from Shein, and they're cute little charms, actually. Not too big, not too small. And they worked really well with the solid glue. And it's my first time using the solid glue gel, and it worked really, really well. Super good for adding flat back things and chunky things. And I have a couple chunky rhinestones on there. It worked really, really good. It's so cute. Look at it. It's purple and green and orange and yellow and Halloween and sparkly and shiny and chunky and just so cute. It's so cute. I love it so much. So at this point it was almost 1 a.m. and I just decided to do a foil for the thumb and the pinky. So I went in with the Beetles foiled gel glue and I put that on the thumb and pinky. And then I applied the foil. And yes, it was almost 1 a.m. This took me all day to do, but it was totally worth it because look how cute they were. I mean, yes. This foil is also from Shein. It came in a pack of a bunch of different Halloween foils. Very cute. I love the little spiders. I didn't show it on camera, but I also top coat the underneath of the transparent tip, so the point in the middle finger. Here they are, all done and top coated, and oh my goodness, these are adorable. I am so happy with them. They are far from perfect, but I don't care. I am going for pretty and I'm going for what I like. And I was so tired at this point. The other hand is completely different. I'll show you what I did for the other hand in a minute, but look at how clear this clear is. I mean, you can read through it. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed it. The other hand just got foils and a couple gems. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing them. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.